So let's see where we're at. 4 color with the 1 ring. Kind of think just a lot of insane cards exist in that space, and all of them are supported by Delightful Halfling. Delightful. Wait, what is the name? Is it Delighted Halfling? Okay, it's Delighted Halfling. I have mismatching ones, but that cannot be avoided. Kind of hate when you type in the 1 ring, it doesn't... Okay, well... It just pops up all these cards that are not the 1 ring. Which is what drives me insane. It's a new stream. No, 4 of them are Honorogs. I don't have 5 rings. In fact... Basically, none of them are mine. You know, maybe you should think about that before you just fire it off. Alright, but I want to play all of the dumb cards. Like Wrenn, Teferi, Omnath. Locus of Creation. I want to play all of the pitch... Well, not all of the pitch elementals, but I want to play 4 Solitude and at least 3 Fury. Okay. So we don't have a lot of room, but I want to play 4 Leonin Binding. And 4 Prismatic Ending. The card that I don't think you need anymore is actually Elodarmi's Call, because you can just draw a bunch of cards with this. Kind of worried that I just might not have enough threat density in my deck. Well, I want to play 1 Endurance in the main, and probably like 1 or 2 in the sideboard. And the Endurance might look random, but the thing is, I think it's actually pretty good to have Endurance just to make sure you don't deck out in a lot of scenarios. Well, the thing is, I think Endurance is only AK versus Living End. The card I actually like a lot more versus Cascade decks in general, is Dovin's Veto. I think that card is just underrated in general. Like, basically, I'm going to start a reasonable number of Dovin's Veto basically every time here. Maybe 4 Dovin's Veto? 3 Dovin's Veto at least. I hate Chalice of the Void, I hate Flusterstorm, because what actually happens when you play against Cascade, the games tend to drag on, and I think actually that those cards aren't... Like, Flusterstorm actually doesn't work very well the deeper you get into the game, is how I would put it. Okay. Like, few engineered explosives, though. It's also possible Force of Negation is reasonable, too, but that one is worse versus Mystical Dispute. It's not just a thought process. I've played so many games versus Cascade where the game just dragged on. And also, Hallowed Moonlight is one of the most overrated cards in the format. The first time you draw Hallowed Moonlight versus Teferi Time Raveler from Creativity, you'll know exactly what I mean. And that's... You might say that's a corner case, but that happens all the time. Like... Also, if you draw Flusterstorm versus Teferi Time Raveler too, it's just... You get fucking destroyed. What's up, Brian? It's been a while, my friend. Hope you're having a good one. I just was going on my rant about how Flusterstorm is super overrated. Like, I would like people to play a lot of Flusterstorms to see how often they draw it, and it actually does bad. Yeah, I think I am going to play 1 Elishnorn. Probably over to the 3rd Fury. I'm not playing any Elodarmi's Call at the moment. It's not great, Like, you kind of have to decide between the One Ring and Old Army's Call or Expressive Iteration, because I think you just run out of space otherwise. Halfling Teferi is going to be the death of you. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. But just fucking turn 1 Halfling, turn 2 Teferi versus any Cascade deck. What do they do? Just good fucking luck, Cascade decks. Ratchet Bomb is better than Explosives. Well, I want Explosives more for Rhinos. And sneaking it under their counters like Mystical Dispute or whatever, I think matters more. Also, like, it's just random shit. I don't know. It's not unreasonable to play the Filigree Silex if you want to, but I think I prefer Engineered Explosives in this type of deck, generally speaking. And also, you can kill, like, more expensive things the turn you need to with Explosives, like versus Hammer if they have a bunch of 1-drops. You can play it for 1, kill all their 1-drops. Where you really, really can't do that with Ratchet Bomb in a timely fashion. Because waiting a turn versus Hammer is basically death in a lot of those situations. Aragorn? Which Aragorn? There's like 1,000 Aragorns, right? That one's not legal. This one's not good. This one seems worse than Omnath, and like, how many 4-drops do I need, right? This seems just like a bad card, mostly. Like, you don't really get anything out of it. I think this is a card you play if you want to have fun, and that's fine, but I'm interested in winning, because winning's the most fun to me. It's a commander? Sure, but I think it was unironically suggested here for reasons I don't know. But think of how one more it is. I mean, I'm thinking about it. So we have all of the mistake cards in our deck in some quantity. Let me see. Oh, it would be great with Chrome Mox, yeah, but so is Omnath. If you use your first Omnath to imprint on Chrome Mox to cast your second Omnath, it seems great. Okay. I'm trying to remember where I put that list last that played. Okay. Nissa? Oh, I want to play one Nissa. You did remind me. Thank you. It's Nissa Resurgent Animist. I'd probably have to buy one, sadly. I wonder if there's still a million tickets. But... price Nissa Resurgent Animist. Are they actually 2 tickets? Oh, you have one for me? Do you mind lending it, DC? Would appreciate it. Why does it say... is it 2 tickets or 47 tickets? Why are there 2 prices? I guess. Why... okay, Unbreakable. I actually am more inclined to run exactly 1, but I don't feel that strongly about it. Because I don't really want to flip a Nissa off of my Nissa trigger. But I could see, like, a number between 1 and 3 being right. I think 4 is probably wrong. Oh, Nissas are 13. So neither price was correct on that thing? That's very funny to me. Right. Gonna run this node covers a Bluff Ice Fang. It comes up with a non-zero amount. I don't understand, like, people often come here and say, oh, you gotta do this thing, and then I ask them why and present a counterpoint, and then there's never a response after that, and I always find that really funny. Right, if it was just elementals, I think it would actually be a stronger card. Which is very funny. Gotta run some fetch lands. Oh, don't worry, there's gonna be fucking fetch lands. It's not a random one of, like, you just draw a bunch of cards in this deck. Is it Zagoth Triumph or Zagoth Triumph? Look, keep in mind, I bear the right to change my mind after I play with the card. But I want to ask you how much you've played with the card. Jet Mirrors plus Zagoth, so I can hardcast Endurance. I played Fable before, but Fable occupies the same space as the One Ring. Like, you have to decide what you want to do. You just don't have infinite space. Unless if you want to play, you know, a Yorion deck. Yes, I know Yorion's banned. I was trying to make a point. Also, the other thing about the Jetmir Zagoth setup is you most often want to fetch Sacred Foundry as another land anyways because of Fury and Solitude. So you really want Zagoth because Zagoth also staggers against Sacred Foundry. That's what I found when I played this deck a lot before, if you built it sort of with the Solitude and the Fury, with a bunch of them. Because you wanted double white, double red. And so a natural fetching pattern would be turn 1 fetch for Jetmir, turn 2 fetch for the Zagoth, play Lowland Binding or something, turn 3 fetch for Sacred Foundry, then you're set for colors for the rest of the game. Realistically, you could probably play most versions and it would work out fine. You're sort of throwing darts at boards over there. You know. Right. Yeah, the problem is, I've played Old Army's Call before, remember? I was like one of the people who is like, why don't we just play that and play one Elish Norn? You kind of get everything you want. I want to play Magus of the Moon. Still. Well, do I want to sideboard an Old Army's Call so I can wish for the targets? It's a better question. Maybe not. I think now, like, we're just in the realm where Old Army's Call is just not good. Most likely. Evolution's much better with Mana Dorks. I'm not gonna play Eldritch Evolution. I'm still thinking about what I want to sideboard, but yes, I know I need to cut something in the main. I'm just thinking about it. Basically, what I believe is... Okay, actually, I think the answer is a sideboard of third Fury. But what I believe is going on here is that you're able to just draw so many cards with the One Ring that you should be able to beat them if you can just deploy all of your cards and live to cast all of your cards. So I really just want to build a deck that can do that. I'm not going to play Orvar, I'm sorry. Also, you gotta chill a little bit, Unbreakable, with it. You're just saying a lot of things. Just saying you like and don't like things without giving any reasons, it's not gonna convince me very often. What's up, Jeff from Twitter? Alright, what are the other decks I actually have to worry about? Remember there being a payoff for going to 80. Yeah, that one's banned. That card was pretty good, though. Alright, so we have the vetoes and Veils to cover creativity. Well, that's part of why I wanted to play extra endurance as well as main deck endurance. Turtle Power, I explained why I didn't like Hallowed Moonlight. I've been burned way too many times by Adverse Creativity where I drew it and they just played Teferi, and it's just so embarrassing. And that happened like basically 5 times in a row. It wasn't just like a one-time occurrence, it just happened repeatedly. Yeah, it could be that 8/4 drops is too many, but I want to try it to begin with. I mean, It's Sucking versus Grief is not really a valid reason because all of the like answer cards to Living End suck versus Grief to a certain extent. I think that's really not something to worry about, you know? There's Leyline? No thanks. I don't really don't like Leylines as much as other people, period. I'm trying to figure out what other bases I need to cover, actually. Oh, this is kind of a goofy one. Yo, what's up, Togoris? Thanks for the raid. But look at this. 4 Halfling, 4 Reef, 4 Omnath, 2 Elishnorn, and 4 Fury. Both of Nissa is castable off of Delighted Halfling, which is kind of cute. I told you, Dovin's Veto. Not versus Scam. Versus Scam, the way I like to play that matchup is just to be a better Jund deck. But Dovin's Veto is so good. Like, people just don't understand. You're right, I don't have any Bosages in my deck. Alright, Spootu, Grafdigger's Cage doesn't even work versus Living End or Creativity. I hate to break it to you, but that card literally doesn't work for either of the cards that people like associate with this format. Alright, I'm just gonna do what I want and not pay attention anymore unless if someone has something really insightful. I will play 4 vetoes though, I think. I will cut the 4th ending, which I might actually end up regretting. F the chat? What did MJ actually say? Did MJ say F the haters? Halfling's kind of a prismatic ending? Not really. F the kids? Let's see. I have a severe gambling addiction. Second slow mode. Let's see. I'm just looking at other lists to see if someone else has cracked the code. No, it's kind of funny. Most people have been playing Halfling. Some people play Halfling and Ragavan. I don't really believe in Ragavan. Alright, I guess we'll play 1 Chalice. I really don't like the card, but I kind of think Chalice of the Void is so overrated as well, but I think having 1 might be valuable. Burn is on the rise. Okay. Third Endurance. Yeah, I kind of like that. I'm trying to think. I might not have enough coverage somewhere. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I'm like kind of biting it to Amulet unless I get the Elish Norn out fast. Well, R Leaper, I already said I really hate Flusterstorm in these decks. Wear Tear I think is reasonable. Fawn's also reasonable. This sounds like only okay versus Amulet. You really need a hammer to like lock the game up. I used to play Magus of the Moon plus Elish Norn. Like, Dress sounds basically like a remand for a turn essentially. But if you don't solve the problem immediately afterwards, you're going to like get killed. Alright, we'll try this to begin with. There might be iteration that happens afterwards, pun intended. I'm not a huge fan of Path Exile. In the past, I played 1 Giant Killer in my sideboard for Elish Norn Mirrors, but I think that's not so necessary anymore. Like, basically, I think nowadays you draw enough cards with the One Ring, you can probably just find a Teferi to bounce it for a turn and offload all of your cards. But I also don't really want to play Giant Killer without Eldamri's Call, and I basically, like, it's just a bunch of cascading effects in deck design. I'm not a huge fan of Supreme Verdict, but... Oh, I forgot to return the cards from playing 8 key last night. Alright, I have to return some cards first. But that's fine. How was 8 key? It's good. Like, you still suffer the problems that a mono brown deck suffers in Legacy. I was playing Legacy 8 key to clarify, Blake. And if that doesn't interest you, well, then I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, well, part of the impetus was I actually did listen to the spikiest podcast in Central North Carolina. I think they brought up some really good points about how to build the deck, and I think it just makes sense. And I played enough 4C that I have a good idea of where I want the shell to start with to be. I want to try 4 to begin with. My suspicion is no, it's not the right number. But it's, like, generally I want to start 4, see if it makes sense, then you can shave down afterwards. Oh, apparently you can get Nissas on card holder now. I guess I'm good. It's interesting. Okay, look at the cards. Nice. Soon, they'll have all of these cards in stock from card holder anyways. Only hindered by your deck choices. I kind of think Lotus Field is actually a good deck for Lee to play. I think it's like kind of generally just a good deck, but that's neither here nor there. Don't think you want to cheat on lands. I think that's an easy way to lose when your halfling gets killed. We will do a quick check to see if things are actually castable. Oh, it might not be updated. Okay, it's not updated for the other things. Never mind. I won't do that right now, but I'm pretty sure things are castable. See, you have 3, 6, 7, 11... Or, sorry, 3, 6... 10, 11, 12, 13, 17 untapped green sources for turn 1 halfling, which is plenty. I don't think I've ever played CCR. I might have played him once on like MTGO. Who can say? CCR and I used to post on an old internet forum, which still technically exists. Actually, I'm not sure if CTR was on MyStings. Who can remember that shit? Were you on MyStings? You were my GG Secret Santa? Wow. It's been so long since that shit. Holy fuck. Alright, the deck list should be updated. So the thing about my things is like late 90s, early 2000s internet forums for Magic were a very different sort of thing. Samwise is embracing the Call of the Ring. Look, the One Ring is a really powerful Magic card. It's kind of obscene, I think. Alright, prediction up. If you think I will 5-0, 4-1, 3-2, or 2-3, you can bet. I think the sideboard might be misbuilt slightly, but we'll figure it out. Also possible that there's so many ways to build this deck is the real issue, you know. There's no one in the friendly league? Nice. Well, the thought process is if you have a more experimental deck, you can enter the friendly league and not lose so much, I think is the thought. Like, it's just lower stakes to try your deck out and not tournament practice. I think I can do better. This is better. It's funny that I've drawn only Bant lands, but this hand is acceptable. Tried Catless Sam? Cool. Wait, what's in Catless Sam? Like, to me, one of the reasons to play Sam is you have the combo rolled up. Is it crazy to put the ending on the bottom? It's kind of crazy. The One Ring's really good. Well, it was kind of designed as a pseudo MH3, Cuddy's Gem, because it was straight to Modern. I think without, like, 3 of the 4... You think Omnath or Fury would be bad? Okay, I could see that, actually. If you cut, like, 4 of the cards from the set, it'd be okay as a straight to standard set, honestly. Drawing all my fucking basics, which is not good. It looks like creativity. They've played red fetches and only mountains as lands. Right. This is better, actually. And if they go for creativity, I can blow them out with Solitude. Right, no, it's like, this is kind of like a, whatchamacallit in disguise. A corset in disguise is how I would put it. Oh yeah, it's all about the almighty dollar, right? It's a bit late. I'm just gonna play this and see what happens. It's probably gonna get... Yep, that's a bit an embarrassing exchange, but... Didn't have the dwarf in mind. Okay. Problem is, I don't think playing the halfling's much better there. I swear to God, I put fetch lands in my deck. Oh, I agree with that, but I was basically building a deck just to attack the format, not just creativity. Oh, the Lord of the Rings basics, they're my least favorite, yeah. Please don't assume our opponent's a heap. Forgot that always fucking cracks me up. Alright. I think I'm just gonna Fury the Wrenn. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to. Actually, I guess I can draw a card first. No, of course no. I get you, mana symbol. I appreciate your opinions because they're more likely to be based. Oh, I get 0 counters. Because the entire thing's a part of the resolution of ability. And the last known number of counters is 0. Because the ability didn't actually resolve, right? I think I'm just gonna kill the Wrenn. They would have cast creativity basically on all of these previous turns, so I don't think they have it. I will be siding out these One Rings versus matchup. Collector Oof Phosphate versus One Ring. That happened to me last night, yeah. Got fucking Collector Oofed from 80 card Yorion Zenith and Legacy. Actually, I don't want to do this. Guess I'll cast this first. Sure, it's fine. Okay. Wanted to see if I would draw land. Yeah, I wanted to main phase it because if I drew a land off the One Ring, I wanted to play the land. It's ending for 4, sure. Heliod with Velomachus turns? That sounds like something I would enjoy, yeah. Velomachus is a goofy card that I think sometimes is very, very powerful, you know? Okay. Nothing to see over here. I guess it's okay if I let them attack with both. An extra treasure is not going to change anything. Oh, they didn't attack with either? They should definitely attack with the goblins still, I think, but I guess now we'll do this. I just want to try to turn the corner before Archons are shoved down my neck. I think it's very easy to remove. Well, I think it's probably good that it's easy to remove in like Modern and Legacy. Because I think if it's not easy to remove, it would be a very unpleasant card to play against. Consideration's probably going to do it. Ooh, Archon of Cruelty, you say? Not good for my health. Is there an event somewhere this weekend? I guess it's Chicago. The Windy City itself. Yeah, but I know it's energy. Where is it? Okay. That one. I'm gonna save the fetch in case if I draw an Omnath. Remember, this was a 6-card hand for me, and we kind of were okay for most of the game. But now we're not okay, I think. Ring is terrible versus burn. I think it probably depends on how your deck is set up, but I see what you're saying. Okay, they have an Atraxa in their deck for some reason. I can see most of their deck now. So their last card... Wait, so they won for 3 and they hit Atraxa Archon, and the other Archon was Solituded? So there must have been an Archon in their hand. That's the last card. Okay. We'll be cutting these now. Turn's also not great. I'm always on the fence, but I think I will side them in. I think I'm gonna cut these. And my actual suspicion is this matchup that the Halfling's not that good because it just lets them trade removal for the thing. Although, maybe forcing them to have the removal is just good. Maybe I'll just leave in 1 to Mize. It's also, like, debatable how good Elishnorn is versus them. March of Wretched Sorrow for 27. That sounds like some Cabal Coffer shit going on right there. Force of Vigor is also kind of weirdly okay versus them. Can be better than, like... Nissa? They might take them out? Okay. I'm trying leaving them in. I'm kind of actually low on removal versus them in general, especially leyline binding, because of opposing Boseijus or Force of Vigors or whatever. So I'm actually going to sideboard like this. Remember, we basically didn't draw any fetches. Wow, this hand's... I think it must be a keep, but that being a flooded drain is kind of unpleasant. I would want to fetch Stomping Ground, but I think I'm going to fetch Temple Garden instead. I'm also not that high on explosives versus some, actually, but... That's what I'm saying. If it were a different fetch, I would fetch Stomping Guard. Oh my god. People just... People just believe I don't know what I'm saying, huh? Like, basically if it was a Windswept Heath or Misty Rainforest, I would 100% fetch that land. It would be really fucking good for me to do so. Alright, well, this is kind of insane. Turn 2 Teferi, turn 3 Omnath. Veto behind, Veil behind. Why do I make illegal game actions? I'm pretty sure basically every Magic player has made illegal game actions at least once in their career. So the question is, when have I made illegal game actions? That's the actual question. All right, well, don't get to keep that. I think I'm just gonna hit them for 5. Let's say go. What's up, Lawrence? You tapped a... Was there a Yavimaya in play mana symbol? Because that would be a legal thing. No, with the Teferi play, I think that's just a mistake. If that makes sense. You Lightning, Accident, and Soul Artifact Ornithopter? Nice. Ace and Deuce, you knew what they meant. Also, don't you owe me a sub? For that fucking weirdo shenanigans that happened with Bobby? Just reminding you now. Now that I'm reminded. Don't want to kill that. Oh boy. It's really good too. Alright, bounce that. They're gonna fetch. So I could Solitude that, but I don't think it does very much. No, I think I just let them block and fetch and play another Teferi and plus it and say go. I want an untapped land. Okay. So I can have Solitude plus Veil, just in case if something weird happens. Is this deck good? I don't know, Isaac. Probably. This is my first match with it. Fine. Okay. So they go to 6. They block here. If I do that, they go to 5. It's mostly the same, so I guess I'll give them 1 less life. I believe it's actually identical, but oh, I guess that kills them instead. Alright, cool. Alright. No, I don't think you should cycle the Veil. I think having the Veil to counter an Archon trigger is probably more more valuable rather. Seems fine. Halfling kind of was insane that game. It like basically just let me do everything. Okay, well, this hand's bonkers too. I'm missing a Dovin's Veto or a white card or something somewhere, but oh, that made it better. Now this can... Okay, so you get to do this. They guess iteration, but I don't think cycling it is worth it there, is what I'm trying to say. Right, they're killing this with ending, that's fine. Okay. 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 Gonna fetch the Jetmir Garden off that rainforest. They let me. Okay. Haven't drawn a Dovin's Veto yet, and there's 4 in my deck, but that's how it is. It's fine. I think protecting is worth it. I'll pitch the ending. Punishes aren't that bad for me here, because they can only creativity for when I can Veil it, untap Solitude. And then that probably works out. The Teferi means they can't really like spell Pierce anything. Really good draw right there. The answer is yes. If I had drawn, I was thinking if I drew my Temple Garden, it would work out poorly for me, but fortunately, I didn't draw my Temple Garden. Like, literally, if that trigger had drawn Temple Garden, I would have gotten screwed. That's fine. It's fine. Gonna play a fetch and Sego. I'm saving up for the 4-ball trigger. Well, they have Leyline Binding again, so they can go after something, but it's fine. He discarded Secret Foundry and Blood Crypt. Sure. But wait, for those of you who ask if creativity versus 4C is favored or unfavored, the answer is just that it's complicated, generally speaking. Okay. Sure. Okay. It's a really good draw, too. Shouldn't the record be in the lower right, War Humor? I still want to plus. This is why you save your fetches in this deck, by the way. Alright. The rest of the mana can empty out. Me saving a fetch right there let me use the thing to convert 4 damage. Like one or the other, it worked out pretty well. Sure. I think we're just going to Boseiju all of the Fables. They're going to run out of Dwarven Mines eventually. Like, they're already running kind of thin. Ooh. That might be the nail in the coffin, actually. Omnath will trigger twice. Get that out of there. Boom. Get in there. Am I going sicko mode? I mean, the deck... 4 colors just kind of an insane deck when you get to play all of the best cards like this. It's time for an Archon. Veil. Okay. Right, that's the problem with this plan. Okay, so that's fine. Right. It's fine. We'll figure some way out around this. I can probably like cycle Dress Downs to be okay for a bit. But I will need to find an answer. Wait. Oh shit. Whoops, I fucked it up. I was supposed to respond to the creativity by casting Dress Down. That's right. Whoops. No, I fucked up. That's okay. This is probably still manageable. I mean, it's bad, obviously. I'm down 2 Solitudes. Doesn't do anything. Right. Guess I can wait until combat. Right. E on 8 easy? Unfortunately not. I mean, I could cast an E for 8, but it probably wouldn't do very much if I had to guess. They can recast it. I'm debating if I should block, actually, is what I'm debating. Because that bounces the Archon for 1 turn. That's not what I'm debating right now. I'm debating if I should block. Depending will happen, probably. Oh, Boseiju of Black Source? That's a good call. Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, I think we can get out of it. Yes, I think the answer is yes. Y'all are so smart. They're out of fetchables, nice. Okay, move to combat. Gosh, I guess I'll cast the explosives first. This is uncountable. Right, now we'll bounce that. Oh, convenient. I think I just plus this turn, actually. Just explode away the goblin. Need 1 more turn to lock them out of black for the game. Is there a forest left in my deck? How many lands do I have left? Oh no. Not many, probably. We're getting close to checkmate, I think. Do I care about doing that? That would kill my Teferi. My Teferi is probably more valuable. I can probably just end up Boseijuing those away, so... Guess I'll say go. Well, Wrenn doesn't get out of it now, right? Because my Wrenn's ahead. And I can also ult the Wrenn if I want to. I already used the tree that turn on a green on Boseiju. Alright, we won the first match. I'm gonna take a quick 3 minutes because that was a long match. Be right back. Thanks for everyone being here. Also, to Keon, I did not lose a good game. Nice try, though. Alright, be right back in 3 minutes. Thanks for being here. Alright, I'm back. Let's play match number 2. Yo, Sam, what's up? Jacob, what's up? Hope you're having a good one. We're playing the all stupid cards deck. I don't know if this actually means that you have a good deck, but it's all stupid cards. Mono black coffers. If I knew I was against mono black coffers, I would keep this hand, I think, for sure. Maybe I should just keep for science? Alright, I guess I'll keep for science. It's like kind of atrocious actually, but does not appear to be mono black coffers actually, but land's kind of good to draw. I think I want to fetch a Triumph this turn though. I want to get Jetmir Garden out of my deck. What's up, Sam? I don't have any chests for you, but I know you're always down for a chest open. So if we win some, then I'll put the chest in. I would assume tuned, actually, but that might be a crazy thought. Sounds glacial, but that's okay. Henlo. It's probably creativity. Alright, another creativity opponent. I'm gonna Fury that in my turn. I think they're almost certainly land light. It's Legacy Saturday or Sunday. the ring busted? I don't know yet, Trunks. I think, like, it's kind of clear that it does do something that's pretty desirable for these decks, you know? I'm just gonna cast it. I kind of have to, honestly. Like, that's the problem. I guess that's specifically the problem within this matchup. Ooh, maybe I don't have to cast it. Well, the problem is, like, when am I going to have a good window to cast it? Mulligan to 6. They're probably Landlight because they played a Dwarven Mine out. Yeah, I think I actually have to cast it, weirdly enough. I mean, obviously it's not great for me to do this and get Spell Pierce or whatever, but... Probably double white in case I draw Solitude. Do I want another green source or blue source? Probably doesn't matter. I guess technically blue source. I guess they didn't have it. I don't want them getting a free treasure. Activate now. I didn't want to activate immediately because if they could fetch for Sacred Foundry and Leyline Binding it, you get 0 cards. Okay, Dwarven Mine persist. Sting. It's binding the One Ring. Sure. Are they gonna creativity? Oh, another Wrenn. Okay, sure. Getting back a fetch. Me not fetching a Zagoth Charm at some point might come back to bite me. Like, playing the Steam Vents tapped on turn 2 might have cost me this game as well. But we'll see what happens. I think I'm just gonna cast another one of these. Okay. Creativity for 2? Just more in command. Sure. Okay. Wonder if I can bury them in cards this game, actually. Dwarven Mine coming back. I'm definitely getting Zagoth Triumph here. Alright, I lose 1. It's good. What's the best way to play this? Is it Elishnorn and go? That forces them to creativity my Elishnorn. Then I'll have 2 bindings. It's probably Elishnorn go, right? Oops. I didn't have that for white. I can fetch for planes off that. Sure. Do they have 1,000,000 Prismari commands? I guess they do. Draw 2, make a treasure. Sure. So if they find a creativity, they'll target... I don't know what they'll target. Probably a bunch of shit. Let's click ASMR. Is it really that ASMR? I don't know. You hate that. Gonna kill 2 tokens here and hope it doesn't work out too poorly for me. It might, obviously, but... Actually, I guess I could get the other One Ring back and get protection from this turn so they can't arc on me. Which seems... Oh no, it's only if it's cast, right? Oh, never mind. Maybe it's just get Wrenn off the table. Well, getting the treasure now doesn't do anything because it can just float in response. So I guess I should just go after a dwarf or the Wrenn. So I'll go after Wrenn. I'm probably about to get bodied by... I guess I think you can win creativity for... No, then creativity for 2. Creativity for 2 should be plenty. Well, actually... I guess with my One Ring, it's kind of problematic. Oh. Is this all they have? That's fine. I guess I do have to get rid of this at some point, but... Actually, maybe I should go to 5 on my upkeep. It seems fine. I should have just drawn first, I think. Okay. Yeah, drawing first was kind of a punt. Let's not cast this.
I'm a killer, and I always have been. They say once you taste blood, it changes you forever.
Right. They didn't have creativity last turn, so they would have to draw it. It's fine.
What is worth killing for, you might ask?
All of their Dwarven Mines are gone anyways.
Had any other choice? I have always followed
So I just need to fade this turn.
another man's life. All I can say is, it's both easier and more difficult than you might imagine.
Guess I'm at 3. They have a bolt, I'm dead, but c'est la vie. Okay. Yeah, that's my plan. Oops. Ooh. So I'll have 7 total, that's 4. Oh, I should have played the blue fetch and got an island, probably. Is there any difference between 4 and 3 here? Let's see, 4... Not really. Okay. Keep that one. Actually, fuck up? Maybe. Actually, I think I mistapped slightly. But this is fine. Sure. Get that out of there. I'll kill a dwarf because I have so many cards. And I'll just leave up Leyline Binding. Alright, and then I'll discard probably a Halfling. Yeah, no, this is my plan. I think there's probably a way for the colors to work out better for me. Okay, that's fine, because I have protection, so... Really use the whole Buffalo on that turn. Indeed. Alright, they have one card in hand. Do I want to binding that instead? Probably not. I can just untap and see what I draw. I don't even think I want to use this Wandering. I think I'd rather just like leave it on 0 burden counters because of Lightning Bolt. Alright. I think I just want to do this. So doesn't matter how I tap. Yes, it does. Like that. Well, I would probably argue that that turn was probably slightly unoptimal as well. Something, yeah. It didn't, it kind of, I was like, I'm so far ahead that it probably doesn't matter what I do so much. I could be playing a little bit more carefully, but I think it's mostly irrelevant. This is why I'm not even bothering to up the One Ring. I think upping the One Ring here would probably get me killed more often, if I had to guess. Well, like, look at how many cards ahead I am. Holy shit, like, it's just obscene. You know? Sure, I still have the Elish Norn. Gonna lead on Teferi. Because it makes the game easier to play. Right. Okay, boom. Wow, that game was kind of a massacre, considering I just faded the entire time. Alright, now we can take them out of my deck. Just down, just down. Shave on 3 bindings, 2 explosives in. Furies... I might leave 1 Fury, actually. cut, like... Actually, I think I should cut Elishnorn. I don't actually think it's good, now that I remember. If they just know the trick of creativity, your Elishnorn, it's like kind of a brick. Oh yeah, I could cut out an Ings as well. Well, I'm kind of anti-Elishnorn. I guess. It's just so bad for Lightning Bolt. Alright. I guess I'll leave in the Nissa for curve reasons as well. It's also a green card for Fav, which is not irrelevant. This is fine. It's not insane, but... So what land does this want to get now is the real question. You have a tension that... This is the situation where Ragntrine would be good, but... Do I want to delay the decision, maybe? I think I'm going to delay the decision. If I draw another fetch, it works itself out. Drawing the basics in your opener is kind of horrible, but, you know, is what it is. Basically, if I draw another fetch, it's absolutely going to work itself out. I have a Wrenn. This is kind of why I hate cutting ending, actually, because I think killing Wrenn on site matters too much, but... Alright. I think I just kind of have to do this to kill the Wrenn. It's so inefficient, but... One ring, 1 week? Don't think I know that song. Am I going to update my YouTube? I mean, I post like once a week or so. I don't, like... For me, it's just a secondary thing. It's not my primary job. So it's kind of a lot of... It's kind of a lot of work for me to do that. If that makes sense. Probably gonna get destroyed this game, but... I mean, there should be a Samwise video on their war humor. Huh? Why did they get... I guess they don't have creativity in their hand. They can play Fable. Okay. Alright. We're exiting this game. Not having the land there is so bad. I don't have red. How many fetches am I playing? 3? 8, 11. That's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 red sources. It's within parameters. Yeah, this is why I hate cutting the ending. I'm just gonna have the ending in. You performed 1 week hundreds of times? Jesus. Nope. Right, you're a musician, right? That's what I'm trying to remember. Right. Professional musician, that's so cool. Well, I guess The problem is people... It's a lot of problems, actually, but... this is gonna get... the Dretmere Garden. Oh, hence the symbol. Are you a drummer? Or a percussion player, I guess? I don't know the technical terms anymore. Hours on the clock are your favorite hours of your days? That fucking rules. Drum set player, you don't call yourself a percussionist? Okay. Fair enough. Okay. I wish I had a veto right there. Or spell pierce, I would have done it. I think I'm priced in, unfortunately, which sucks, but... Fuck. Fucking Wrenn and Six. Probably gonna lose this one. I think I'm just gonna cycle my Veil, because when is it gonna get better? It's not really gonna get better. Okay. Looks like I'm very dead this game, chat. It's like not particularly close. Holy shit. Did I read Bell's music? What is Bell's music? I don't know what that is. Okay, well, this is a bad time for Dovin's veto, obviously. I think I'm just gonna cycle this. Fury really is the enemy of fun, chat. Adults call it the Glock. Let's see. The Glock is in the house. Alright. So we technically have a plan. It's not a great plan, but... Kill the Goblin Shaman, hope it works out. Thanks. Not being able to remove this Teferi has been a huge issue. I think, like, for that reason, maybe I shouldn't cut all my Furies. I definitely shouldn't cut ending this matchup anymore now that I've played it a bunch. Getting Archon all natural. Seems bad for me. Or not? Okay, I see. See. Well, this is not good, but at least I can ping the Teferi and hope to draw something else. Thanks for removing the Teferi from me, opponent. Alright. I think you get a non-zero amount of benefit from buffing Snowlands, yeah. But if you don't want to, that's fine. It's not a huge deal. Alright. I don't go. Solitude. Okay, I'm dead. Oh, I think the matchup is like slightly unfavorable, but not all the way unfavorable. So far we're 1-1 versus it, but I do think it was lucky that I won game 1, and unlucky that I lost the post-board game. I know a lot of Death and Taxes players who refuse to do that, Lawrence. They would just all play one kind, you know? GG's. You don't like the snow base? I like the Ice Age ones, honestly, but... like, I kind of like the nostalgic factor of the Ice Age Snowlands. Forgot Chris Rush did this Plains. It's more relevant for Ragavan, that's for sure, but it's still, like, kind of whatever. Yeah, if you're a Grand Prix DC MH2 draft deck still sleeved? Interesting. That's cool. Person used to be a Bogle's main. Let's see if they're still Bogles. So happy Friday, everyone. We're gonna be here for a while. Probably until like 2 p.m. Eastern, playing some Magic. Yeah, it's a Friday. It's a Friday, I'm here. Gonna keep. Oh, you work at a coffee shop? The boat guy, I played a bunch of the Samwise food deck last. I played a bunch of the Samwise food deck on Tuesday, so. Don't really feel a need to play any more of it. Esper Sentinel. Okay. This appears to be Hammer. I will not be killing that one. It's Hell Floors. Yeah, I think probably realistically there's too many 4s in here. That's my observation after having played a bunch of matches now. Alright, I killed that one probably. Maybe I'll draw Fury and then everything works out. Get Jetmere Garden. Penn's Demonic Dental School? Like UPenn? Being on the play would have made this hand better, but because this is just like generally the case when you have a million 4-drops in your hand. Okay. Am I taking 20? Nope, just 11. It's fine. I want to see what they do with this. They'll probably get Shadow Spear. Can't imagine that they don't get Shadow Spear here. Or Shieldred? Funny that the same person who likes 4 Shieldred likes quad lasering everything else. Mitchell sucks. That is very funny. I guess that's actually very, very true. But the setup is obviously a little bit different here. Just a little bit different. Well, multiple shielders wasn't that bad because they always fucking died. Yeah, that's why I always I don't know. Like I don't want to beat this drum again. I'm sick of this argument, but okay. It's gonna be a hard game to win, I think, but we'll see what happens. There's been an argument forever. Like the Ginger deck plays 3 Shieldred and like a fucking maniacal mana base, but whatever. I'm off it now. Back to the moderning. I have to get lucky anyways. Really unfortunate that I basically had to use a blocker here too, but if I draw a land, I'm probably... Well, it depends on what land it is, I guess. It's certainly not an easy game to win, given the situation I'm in. Okay. Shields up. What's up, Levi? Levi, I'm playing a very Zoomer deck. I'm trying to play all of the good cards. Is that what actually makes a Zoomer deck, or is that an Allen deck? Am I a Beyonce fan? Beyonce's alright. Don't I have protection? Question mark. Alright, I think I just have to draw a card and hope to stabilize the board that way. I need more Urza Saga. I'm putting a ring on it. Guess so. I think going to 2 is fine. I mean, that's very bad. The plan is to find a fetch. Okay, perfect. Oops. I was shit talking a little bit, Levi. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so go to 6. Classic General will always be a boomer deck. fair enough. This one, always yield. Sego. You would never think Blue Moon's good. Fair enough. Flame of Anwar. Is that card good? I honestly have no idea. Alright, let's get a card. I still have a Sacred Foundry in my deck, so... 2 more cards. That's good too. What's the best way to do this? So I have 5, 6, I have 10 mana. I want to lead with this. It's 3, so I'll have 7 left. So that's 4 plus 2 plus 1. But I'll get a mana from that as well. So I guess I can slip the Wrenn and Six in as well. Let's see. +1 from that, +1 from that. Looking for a Solitude. Solitude's my best draw, I think. Right. Ooh, that's nice. Really, I should Wrenn get Boseiju? I couldn't figure that out. Really, I just literally have no idea. Is that even what I want to kill? Probably just want to kill... I probably want to evoke Fury. I guess I can start out by killing that. What's this? Lose mostly. Also side in a bunch of Dovin's vetoes, but that's not really a reliable plan, I will admit that. I think it's okay to concede to Tron, honestly, but... I mean, obviously that feels bad, but... I'm not sure it's actually a big deal, you know? So I can deal... 2/2. And... Right, I'm not playing the showcase, I have stuff to do, but if you want to do that, I would suggest like playing probably the best option for a deck like this is probably like a bunch of Dovin's vetoes, which I already have, plus probably like maybe Magus of Noon or something somewhere. I don't know. Alright, that's my turn. Bang. A ton of Boseiju. Yeah, there's 2 Boseiju. I could see having a 3rd Boseiju in my sideboard. Because I was thinking and reading about other things real little petite. If I wanted to play optimal Magic by myself, I just wouldn't stream. I am... This is going to deal me 2, that puts me to 3. That's okay. Like, being at 3 is fine. Because I'll gain 4 next turn. No, you're not missing anything. Believe it or not, it's a lot easier to think about what the correct play is without looking at chat. Well, it's not really an excuse, it just is what it is, right? Ooh. Alright, all my opponent's thinking, this is a very funny thing. Honorog, is there a submission deadline? Trunks. Yeah, 1.5 hours ago. Anu. Uh-oh. LOL, you are cute. I'm the Monty, LOL. Oh, LOL, haha, this is so good for Twitter. Fucking classic Honorog. It's the most classic Honorog thing I've seen. I agree, you had to post it! What? What are you talking about, Oblivious Couchfit? I'm not blaming anyone. I'm saying I lose some amount of concentration. Is that a copy pasta? Because if it's not a copy pasta, I'm probably just going to ban you. I generally believe I'm not very salty. Like, losing happens a lot in Magic. See, do I have a fetchable land left? I still have Forest. Yeah, I know. We're giving them the out. See, do I want to draw 3 cards? Probably. Yeah, I will draw 3. Cool. No, I agree with you 100%. I mean, how good has the One Ring been this game, chat? I, like, fogged my Hammer opponent for 2 turns and drew 6 cards, right? Also, it kind of looks like they're mono-white. Like, they haven't played a fetch, they haven't played a Seacrum Coast. or anything, so it's pretty likely that they're just mono white. Do I want to leave the duels in the deck? Probably. Have I played Zone Black Lotus and a Fireball? Another Fog. Get that out of here. I'm gonna draw a card to see if I draw Teferi. Well, I also hate that Tempting the Ring is not a drawback. If only there was a good way to bounce the ring back to hand. If only there was only a good way to bounce the ring back to hand, or legend roll it with the one ring. Is that a play or draw this game? Draw. Oh yeah, I had to peel a land on turn 4 to be even in it, but now here we are. Levi, it's a flavor fail. That's the actual answer. It's just a fucking flavor fail, which is kind of frustrating in a lot of ways, you know? Alright, I think I'm just gonna leave all my Solitudes up. Just attack my opponent for a bunch and gain 3 more. Sure. Well, I hate that Tempted by the Ring isn't an actual drawback in any sort of way. It's just all upside. Alright. This can go. This can go. This can go. I kind of want to cut a bunch of Teferis versus them, and I think that's just kind of correct, honestly. I think Teferi's like kind of dog shit. Although, it is nice I can cast them on turn 2 off of the Halfling. Even the opposite of the Shadowborn Impossible, a deck can only have 1 copy of the One Ring. Yeah, but I think they want to sell as many as possible, so from an economic standpoint, they'll never do that. Alright, I guess I'll just play 1 Teferi. Teferi's not even that insane versus Hammer, but it is kind of nice off of Halfling to cast on turn 2 to regain a lot of tempo. The ring should give you burn counters like experience counters. That probably is the correct fix. I have a lot of green sources to draw to, right? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 19. It's greater than a third. I think this is like reluctant keep, but obviously it could go south. Right, it would never go south, right, chat? Why would anything bad ever happen to me? Why would I ever be punished? Now I can get a Zagoth Triumph and the deck is firing on all cylinders. They didn't attack? What does the no attack mean, chat? Should I give them a card? Yeah, I think so. I think I should just give them a card. Question is if I go up or down. It's probably down and force them to use their surge. Mana Tithe one time. I think only one person plays Mana Tithe, and that's Crusher Bot. Alright, cool. No attacks, no blocks. Just watch it die to fucking Wrenn and Six. You love to see it. Oh, they're gonna get fucking annihilated by this Dress Town. It's tragic for them, I think. Oh my god, everything's turning up Millhouse. I don't even want to Boseiju that right now, though, because it's just gonna get cleaned up so easily. Smooth Jarvis? You mean Jun Jarvis? A long time ago, I was Jun Guy, believe it or not. Maybe punish in mold. I don't know, like, I'm not a Hammer expert. They had Esper Sentinel Saga and probably another land. I mean, 4C is basically Jund, but with 2023 sensibilities, right? Was I Jund Guy before it was called Jund? I did play Jund before that as well, yeah. Ornithopter. This is Paladin Equip. Might be Paladin Equip, I guess. I think this is safer. If they have another artifact, obviously they can equip to something else, but that's fine. I think it's better to do it right here to prevent some nonsense from happening. Why are we pinning this? No. Some person was just spamming nonsense, really, so that's why we're in it. Okay. It was a solid one? It was alright. What's up, Azax? Wait, you were here earlier, right, Zax? I couldn't remember for a second. Also, how does Hammer ever beat, like, 2-1 rings? I'm, like, actually kind of wondering that. It seems really hard for them to beat 2-1 rings. I guess the answer is kill them before the One Ring is cast, right? Get back to Zorzan playing Spell Pierce? Sure. Spell Pierce seems insane versus One Ring, yeah. One on turn 2. Easy, just cast Skullcrack. Ooh, is it time for white-red? White-red hammer with Bone Crusher Giant and Skullcrack? Mono white for Surge of Salvation? I also don't know. You really hate Hammer? Why do you hate Hammer so much? I kind of feel like Hammer's a good deck to have in the format. They attacked me with both and didn't attack my Wrenn? Question mark? At least attack the Wrenn. Like, put everything on the Wrenn and, like, fucking kill the Wrenn. That was bizarre. Right. More cards, please. Hopefully some of them do something. There it is, chat. There it is. Okay, what do I do? Sensors. Probably this. So the disadvantage of not playing another One Ring is I would be dead if they have literally 2 Surge here, but I think it's not that likely that I should take a slight risk. But maybe I should have just played around everything. I don't think they have a second Surge. Although doing it this way gives them an opportunity to do it, so I guess I should have solituded before Bosaging. Yeah, I messed up. Should have solituded first, because then Solitude first, targeting that. Then Bosage the Ornithop, because then they wouldn't have an extra mana. Hope it doesn't cost me. If it does, good beats. Okay, good. I don't think my opponents ever ignored my Planeswalker. Fortnite? What does that mean? I mean, I know what Fortnite is, but why are we saying Fortnite? What happens in 2 weeks? It happened in Honorog stream or a Spike stream, yeah. I've also seen a non-zero number of people try to Boseiju the One Ring. Someone's playing really slowly. I'm up by 8 minutes and 12 seconds. Yeah, if they make you discard the One Ring, that works. Yeah, you get a free land. Alright, cool. Alright. I'm gonna take a quick 3 minutes before match 4. Be right back in 3. Also, to get rid of the pre-roll ads. Be right back. Again, thanks for everyone being here. If you want to support the stream, hit that follow button. That's free to do. If you really want to support the stream, consider using Twitch Prime sub. If you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime. Be right back. We lost a close one to creativity, but the matchup I think is slightly unfavorable. Be right back in 3 minutes. Alright, back. It's been match number 4. I've been on the draw all 3 matches and I'm 2-1, so that's kind of funny to note. What is sight time? Is that like some sort of food? It is some sort of food. What is it? Man, Gene. I don't think I've ever seen that. Wheat gluten first appeared in the 6th century as an ingredient for Chinese noodles. It was known as Mianjin by the Song Dynasty in 960 AD. Sure. Tumor breach. Okay. With the Boseiju Wrenn thing. Vegetarian fried chicken is part of the meal. Cool. So I could get Zagoth plus Sacred. I guess that's probably the way to go. Zagoth probably off of this one. It's a lot of baubles. This is an Emrian one? You don't like to see that. Probably gonna lose that Emery. Right. JK. I am gonna kill it. It's just too much value. Oh, like, I'm probably gonna have to end up killing it at some point, so you might as well just kill it right away. Okay. Say go. Does look like a breach deck of sorts, though. Play breach. That one can go. Alright, so they're Jeskai Breach, not Teamer Breach. And this is like the full-on combo version, you can tell, because there's like a bunch of artifacts and shit. Jeskai Grinding Breach. This is like the best card in the format that I'm not playing, but at some point there's too much air in your deck. You didn't reveal Gigantha, so that means they probably have Thassa's Oracle in their deck as well. Flooding out a little bit, but that happens sometimes with Wrenn. You just have too many, like... It's easy to flood out with Wrenn, really. What's up, Matt? I'm playing a very boring deck. Okay. It's just I'm playing 9,000 good cards and nothing else very exciting. I think this deck is pretty dumb, though. Like, I lost a close one to creativity, but I think the matchup is slightly unfavorable. Not like full-blown unfavorable, but it's... There's a lot of room for play as well, is the other thing about it. You know? Okay. You've been playing a lot more Magic recently, huh? It's cool to see, obviously. Twilight Halfling. Something like Wrenn doesn't even do anything. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna double ping that. Yeah, I'm actually busy both days. I'm trying to work on other things about myself, but... Trying to follow up on some dates and hope it works out, but... You know, if it doesn't, it doesn't. Right. I'll leave up Bosages still. I can block Ragavan. Sure. Fortunately, like, them hitting me with Rag is not that bad because a lot of my shit is not even good for them to cast in this sort of scenario. Oh, they might be killing my... Nope, they're attacking me. Okay, it's fine. Like, they've hit 2 Solitudes, which are not good to cast. Oh, if I draw Teferi, it's so good here. Any Teferis? No Teferis? Oh, true. If they hit the ring, that would be pretty bad for me. I think I would probably die to them hitting the ring. I didn't think about that. That's pretty good. I guess I should leave up green like that. Probably overthinking it. Don't think it matters that much, probably. Okay. I still have a Temple Garden to go get as well. Should I just Solitude main phase? Or should I just leave up Boseiju? Probably leaving up Boseiju is safer. If they hit me, if they have like Heat plus Ragavan Dash, it's not even the end of the world. It's like they don't have anything. I could... So the thing is, if you do that, I'm kind of scared that they'll have like an Emery to follow up that I would rather kill than... Like, so I would have to crack my fetch right away to kill the Solitude, right? So I lose all flexibility if they play something more threatening next turn. I'm not sure the Solitude actually matters. Like, I kind of just want to win versus a top-decked Emery, which could go out of control with, like, baubles or shit. I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe that's crazy. Like, basically, I think I'm so far ahead that I'm trying to imagine, like, a disaster scenario, right? And, like, I think the disaster scenario is... I don't know, like... I think I basically have most of their deck beat by this point. Because I have Boseiju covered with... or I have Breach covered with Boseiju. I have, like, all of their creatures covered with Omnath. and I'm gonna like effectively be better at grinding in this scenario, right? So that's kind of why I did what I did. I don't know, like obviously it's kind of weird, and I'm not sure how much it really matters. For what it's worth, their kill being Thassa's Oracle is better versus the One Ring than the kill being Grape Shot. So that is interesting to think about. Should I deal them 4? No, I don't think dealing them 4 matters very much. Like, how do I lose here if I just wait? I'm not going to lose to that. Like, I can just Boseiju that, rebuy the Boseiju with Wrenn. I'm just holding this for Emery, or like Ledger Shredder, I guess, but more so I think Emery is more important to go after. Are they out of fetchables? They might have like another Steam Vents. Nope, they're out, I guess. So Boseiju is also like a weird strip mine or whatever, however you want to put it. Return that. Okay. I'm really looking for Teferi Time Raveler to really cover all my bases. But yeah, they're mostly screwed now. The One Ring is just an egregious Magic card. Yo, Matt and BK, what are your thoughts on the design of this card? Because I know you two design a lot of games, and I actually am pretty intrigued on your opinions. But I'm going after all of their white sources to cut off white. You can't really... Alright. Alright. Don't really need these. Don't need that. Chalice is exactly okay, but it's kind of Pepega in some ways. We just got done losing Omnath. Omnath plus One Ring, I think it's just like kind of peanut butter and jelly as well. Might be a little bit too much. Yeah. So it's very funny to me. I think this card would be worse if it didn't say legendary, but they can never not make it legendary, right? The one thought that I had and other people pointed out, what if the burden counters went on you instead of the One Ring? Like, also from a flavor perspective, I don't think that's too unreasonable to say, okay, what if you're actually being damaged yourself by the One Ring instead of, like, the damage going onto the One Ring or something weird like that? I don't know. It's weird. Gives you poison. I don't think they were going to put poison into this set. That being said, I'm going to cut One Ring in this matchup and probably like the Nissa. But for those of you who are planning to play the showcase tomorrow, I've been very impressed by Delighted Halfling. I think Halfling plus Teferi is kind of insane, and making your Wrenns uncounterable and your Omnaths uncounterable and your One Rings uncounterable matters. And I think going the mana ramp is worth it, and these are not vulnerable to opposing Wrenns. Of course, like, you turn on your opponent's, like, heats or bolts, but that's, I think, an acceptable trade-off. The question is, how many vetoes do I want in my deck? Actually, I think, potentially what I'm going to do is do this. And I don't want, like, all of the vetoes. Maybe it's something like this. 3 veto, 2 One Ring. The Endurances are good. The Solitudes to cover their shit is good. Ironically, Halfling might be an underperformer versus them. Do I want to Chalice? Probably not. Alright, try this. Submit. I'm really just playing all of the broken cards in Modern, which is, I think, a good way to build your deck, which is, you know, is what it is. So I have the Wombo combo of Zaggoth Shrine plus Sacred Foundry. I have an interaction spell and I have some payoff. Probably should keep. Yeah, I think it just makes a lot of sense. I played a lot of 4C in the past with like Eladamri's Call, but I think just the One Ring is better than Eladamri's Call, like just as a magic card. So there's not a lot of reason to play Eladamri's Call when you can just play like a card like the One Ring, right? There are matchups where having Eladamri's Call would be better, obviously. Like, if your opponent's like soft to some sort of creature, then you would much rather have Eladamri's Call. Oh, did I not side in and dress down? Oh, that was a mistake. That could be very problematic. Yeah, I think I messed up. I should have had some dress downs in. Like, probably... No, I should just have both dress downs in, I think. Wait, are they 4 colors? We saw... I didn't see a green source until this game, right? That's weird. The Halfling has been excellent for me. I mean, obviously it turns on their removal, but I think that's just worth the risk. It's been extremely good for me. I don't know, like, I think just this deck doesn't have a lot that it wants to do on one. Like, it doesn't have a lot of proactive shit. It has mostly, like, prismatic endings, so being able to use your turn 1 to play a Mana Idiot that doesn't die to Wrenn is super appealing, you know? Halfling plus Teferi, I think, is almost a Splinter Twin situation, unironically. Like... No, I think it's just good. I underrated the Halfling when it was spoiled. I think it's just good. Like... You know, that's how it be sometimes. Alright, should I play around Mystical Dispute? I don't know. I think the answer is no. They can't really kill me from here with Underworld Breach, so I'm just going to tap out this turn. I didn't even have it. There's the Dovin's Veto. So there's a finite amount of space for air cards, and I think the One Ring is a better air card because it also prevents you from dying. I'm not high on Ragavan this deck because that is vulnerable to Wrenn, and like, I don't want to just use all my removal to push Ragavan through. I want to just play like a normal Jundee game, you know? Sure, that's fine. Is my opponent even ahead here? It's kind of debatable. This can get Island or Forest as a basic. Okay. I don't like Risen Reef. I think just having Teferi and Nissa is good enough, frankly. I think Risen Reef is, like, forces you to build your deck so poorly, in my experience, that I don't want to do that shit. Oh, they had Spell Pierce on that one turn where he played Omnath, I see. Just gonna take. Just gonna cast a Solitude and step on their Shredder. The one thing I would advise BK is I don't think you actually need 4 copies of One Ring. Like, probably I'm going to shave down on the number of those, but it is nice to have some number for sure. Do I care about this? Not really. I don't think it does much. I mean, obviously it draws them 2 cards, but I'm not convinced the cards actually matter. Side out all my One Rings? I have 1 in. Or I have 2 in, pun intended. It's fine. I don't think that matters either. They're trying to race? Question mark? Okay, well, I do care about Emery. No, I don't think you want Unholy Heat. I would rather play Lightning Bolt before Unholy Heat, but I think I would rather just play none of them, frankly. I'm not going to play this Boseiju out, like, basically ever. I think it's just more valuable in my hand. Sure. I just hate Risen Reef. Which is kind of like Risen Reef is really powerful when you get multiples going. That's no one can really deny that, I think. Alright. I think I'm gonna Binding the Ragavan. Because if they hit something like Force of Vigor, it's actually a disaster. Okay. Okay. Just gonna say go. I don't want to trade my Solitude for their constructed thing. Like, basically, I think you can get to the point versus Breach often where it looks like this, where really you can have their combo covered, but their backup plan of creatures is not actually good enough. Oh, let's see. Yeah, but I didn't really want to Boseiju the station, but now I'm thinking about this. I think probably now I should Boseiju in response. There's really nothing else good for them to needle, so... Breach looks Omega lethal to me. Okay. Is that lethal? I guess it is. Maybe I should have just left up Endurance instead of Bosejoing. Maybe that was the punt, to not leave up Endurance. Yeah, I think I threw... Well, this is more of a judgment call. I didn't think that they had 2 breaches was the actual issue, but they did have 2 breaches. I knew my play was bad versus double breach, though. Still don't know what green for is in their deck, so I'm kind of curious. I want to find out. I want to find out what the green's for, rather. I mean, it is probably Haywire Might, but you can just find out if you make them do it, right? Alright, there's a Haywire Might. I want to gather a little bit more information. We've seen most of their deck now, but... Like, I'm looking for Veil of Summer, essentially. I think it took me too long to close the door on them when I had, like, soft control, but I didn't have hard control. Fortunately. Alright. I think we've seen everything. They have... 2 Spell Pierce. 1, 2, 3, 4 Unholy Heat. And 2 Endings. Okay. That's cool. Oh yeah. This is what I was gonna do. Possibly I just don't need any One Rings. Because it's kind of bad to tap out versus them, so I think I'm just going to cut all of them and be like this. Could maybe cut, like, 1 ending for 1 veto. Seems fine to me. Alright. I don't think I have too much air. I mean, it's close for sure. But... Quintessa. Maybe, I don't know. It's probably a little bit of an exaggeration, obviously. Buying 4 halflings. Oh my god, they can cast that one, but I can bounce it to my hand if they cast it, so they shouldn't. In fact, they did not. Didn't they bobble this Ragavan? Or this Endurance? What did the bobble see? Thought they saw Endurance. They saw Endurance. This is like heinous. Yeah, it is super telegraphed. Like, also, why would I attack with that, right? That's the other thing that's you have to think about. Why the fuck would I attack with my Halfling? Alright, this time I'm not going to attack with Halfling. That is weak evidence, but I would have been inclined to put my opponent on Endurance there. Like, a large portion of the time, frankly. I think it's going to be really hard for my opponent to get out of this one. Alright, make a construct. That's fine. Or you can needle my fetch if you want to. I'm willing to bluff when the bluff doesn't cost me very much. That bluff costs you a non-zero amount of stuff, though. It costs you 2 mana, a card, and taking 3 damage the very next turn. Like, that is not a free bluff. By any stretch of the imagination. Can I let it take 2? Yeah, I can let it take 2. I have to run anyways, so who cares? You got it, opponent. Can we do something better now? Probably. Yep. Whoops. Green, white, blue, red. Green, red. Oh, I was supposed to... No, I guess this is fine. Alright, they're at 3 now. Okay. I think maybe I could have been a little bit more precise there, but I think they're mostly dead again. Okay. Boom. Alright, we are 3-1, playing for the 4-1 now. And thanks for everyone being here, I appreciate y'all. This is a living end 1 trick, I think. Well, you know what's good versus living end 1 tricks? Turn 2 uncounterable Teferi. Doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. Oh my god. I guess they're... Do they have subtlety in their deck? Oh my god. Well, now! Even they have fucking Fawn, I just shit on them with this. Oh my god. CCR, are you here for this shit? I'm sorry, CCR. I'm sorry, buddy. Sorry, Zoe! Actually, I'm not sorry because I'm going to win easily, but... Am I sorry? Probably not. Is this fucked up? Definitely. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. So the way they win is, Brazen Borrower on Teferi. So I'm trying to kill them before that happens. But... So are they playing the Old West? So they probably don't have basic land cyclers, right? You'll accept partial blame? You should accept all of the blame, I think. We're gonna also add a Solitude for beatdowns. Oh, they do have main deck subtlety. Because they just didn't have it when I did my thing, but... Don't think it's better to play Fury now. for 5. I think so. Maybe it wasn't. So Solitude. Now it's not good. I don't think it was lethal. Wait, was it lethal next turn? Actually, if it was lethal, it was a mistake. I guess maybe it wasn't actually good to do that. But this time I won't do it and just use Teferi to bounce. Alright. That was a pretty fucked up game, though. This can go. These are really nonsensical. Always on the fence about Fury, actually. This can go, though. The Fury and One Ring are the question marks for me. I think I'm probably just gonna cut them. It's possible I want Nissa over one of the One Rings, but One Ring actually plays around Living End better. Is One Ring better than Nissa in this shell? I'm not as high on Nissa as other people, but I think it's okay. It's good to have one in your deck, really. Question is, how many Leyline Bindings do I want as well? Maybe Leyline Binding's worse than the One Ring, too? Maybe like this is good. It's kind of close. But holy shit, did I like... That was fucking brutal for my opponent. Don't have a Teferi. But I could draw one, but the hand's like pretty bad otherwise. I think I'll just mulligan. Alright, I guess I'll keep this one. That was a fucking nonsensical game. I'm getting griefed. Nope. So the one thing is they can subtlety a half-winged Teferi. So that is something to watch out for, but... Alright. Veto, Chalice. Oh, none of those things. Okay. Should I cycle my Veil? Looking for Chalice? Probably. Okay, didn't find it. Alright, don't you do it, opponent. Don't you do it. Teferied. Green Cascade. Yeah, it's true. But this game, it might be good enough for them. Oh, they don't have a land? Alright, whatever. I think I just have to cast my shit. No cyclers. No mana. Okay, that's a good draw. We do have a chance. Kind of unlucky for them not to find a land in that many books, but because I'm pretty sure they have a shardless agent, you know? None of my cards do anything. Wonderful. Right. Debating if I should just cycle this Omnath. I probably should, honestly. Just looking for like a Dovin's Veto or something. Also, it gets the Omnath in the graveyard, which is the other reason to do it. Right. Halfling's been pretty good. Alright. Still no win. I'm getting so fucking lucky. Chat. Alright, well, now they're dead on board to my thing. Should I just Boseiju this land now? Oh boy. I'm just gonna try to ping them with Wrenn twice. It'll either work or it won't. Boom! Chat, 4-1. Okay, it was a little bit imprecise. But the Halfling Teferi thing just obliterated my opponent. Holy shit. You're convinced? 4 Halfling, 4 Teferi. Yeah, I think so. I think that's just correct. Alright. How much time do I have left? 1 hour and 17 minutes. Alright, we'll open one chest for the loyal subs, but this deck felt really good, honestly. Diamond Fairy, Una's Prowler. That's a fairy theme pack, chat. A snow fairy. Ooh, rainy day tomorrow, but it's a rainy day today here. You're the loyal sub, yeah, that was for you. Are you a fan of fairies in general? If you are, what is your favorite fairy in Magic the Gathering? Spellstar Sprite because you're boring? Morphot is your favorite fairy? Why do you like Spellstar Sprite? That's kind of interesting. Alright, deck felt really good. I suspect 4 One Ring is too many. You should probably go to 3. Oh, I've played a lot of Spellstar Sprites in my lifetime. They've always been great. Alright, gonna take a quick 3 minutes and we'll play a little bit more Magic. I'm not sure what. Probably don't want to start another league with this deck because I need to return the cards to Anu in time for him to do stuff.